Tottenham 4, Manchester United 3. Yes, guys, yesterday we saw a game in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals where Tottenham take on Manchester United in the last 8th round of the competition, and it was a fixture that was filled with so much action, and you can even see from the results 4-3 means that there was a lot of actions in that game. And of course, in the first half, we saw that it was an end-to-end game, a box-to-box game where Tottenham played quite well, but I think Manchester United played very well in the first half, bar the goal they conceded. And of course, it was a good show from the way they are playing. You can see that they are beginning to understand the style Amorim has come in and is trying to instill in them, and is trying to teach them, and is trying to change the way they play. You can see that they are beginning to understand and progress in terms of understanding how Amorim wants them to play. It was an entertaining first half filled with action, but all the goals came in. All 6 goals came in the second half. We only saw 1 goal in the first half, and in the second half, I think Manchester United started the second half very slow, and that is why they conceded 2 goals within 8 minutes. And of course, it was a bad start in the second half for Manchester United. They started it very, very slow. So I think overall, it was a very good first half from both sides. So they just collapsed in the first 8 minutes in the second half, and that is why they considered those 2 cheap goals going early into the second half. They tried to fight back and get themselves into the game, but I think at the end of it, they had to just settle for that result. Tottenham won the game. Yes, Tottenham won the game, but I still think this Tottenham team looks very porous. They look very open, especially in the backline. The way they conceded those goals, I think Ben Foster was poor yesterday, making those 2 mistakes and putting his team on the risks. I think it was not a good show for Foster yesterday. Thankfully, Tottenham went ahead to win that game. Manchester United overall, I think they don't have to be bothered about exiting this competition. The positive they should take is that they are progressing, and of course, it is a good thing to see that these players are beginning to understand how Amorim wants them to play. We all know it is not going to be an easy. It is not going to be a stroll in the park for Manchester United, considering that they have to switch play at the middle of the season with new coach who has come in, and he wants them to play in a new different way. We all knew that it's not going to be easy for them, but again, I think Manchester United fans should take positive in the fact that they are beginning to play the way Amorim wants them to play. And of course, you can see the way they play very quickly, and how they run a lot in the pitch. Just that I think some players cannot really survive in this system, and that is why their next transfer window will be very key for Amorim. He needs to bring in some players who he thinks can really perform and understand his style of play. So that is that for Manchester United versus Tottenham. They are out in the competition, and Tottenham has progressed to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup competition. And I think so after the game, we saw draws for the semi-final, where Arsenal have been drawn to play Newcastle in the semi-final, and in the other semi-final we are going to see Tottenham take on Liverpool. I think Tottenham in this competition have not been so fortunate in terms of draws. Before playing Manchester United yesterday, they played Manchester City in the round of 16, and of course they played Manchester United yesterday in the quarterfinals, and now they are drawn against Liverpool in the semi-final. So it's going to be interesting to see how this semi-final is going to unfold, and of course I am really sure it's going to be an interesting game, and it's going to be really good to see who comes out and make it to the finals.